Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Prophetic Dreamer. It is my pleasure to share another prophetic dream with you. The title of the dream is The Unknown Thing. In the middle of this video, I'm going to share with you a picture of this unknown thing I seen in the dream. So at the end of this video, I would love to hear your thoughts. Comment in the section below and also subscribe and click the notification button so that you will be alerted the next time I post a video, which is monthly. Also, I want to just let you guys know that this dream was it was emotional to me. Not just emotional, but it was very frightening. And if I show a little grief, please forgive me. But when I do talk about this, it does still affect me when I think about what happened in the dream. Okay, in the middle of this dream, don't forget, I'm going to share a picture of this thing so you can know what I was experiencing. The dream. In this dream, I was walking down the street in a familiar neighborhood where I grew up. I was walking alone. It was early afternoon. I was walking toward the east. Suddenly, I heard the sound of a helicopter. It seemed to be a little distance behind me, but by the sound of the blades, it was getting closer. When I looked behind, I seen a Black Hawk helicopter approaching me fastly. I became frightened and terrified. I started running. As I looked back, out of nowhere, I noticed three men, all dressed in black suits. They were walking in a fast, steady pace. They were trying to keep up with me. The Black Hawk helicopter was monitoring in the air while the three men followed me by foot. I began to scream out loud. I wondered in my mind, why was I being targeted? As I continued to run, I approached an abandoned vacant house. I ran inside and hid, hoping I wasn't spotted. I heard the footprints approaching and the sound of the chopper. I managed to maintain my quietness, waiting until I thought it was safe to leave. After a while, I did not hear the sound of them. When I felt it was safe for me to leave, I cautiously tipped to the door, peeked out the windows. I did not see them. I gradually cracked open the door. I looked around, peeking to find my next hiding place. To the right of the abandoned house, further up the street, I noticed a building that looked like a concrete tunnel. It was well lit. At the entrance of the tunnel, I noticed my mother standing in the opening. I was excited to see her. I felt safe to exit the abandoned house to run over where she was. Keep in mind, my mother passed away over 22 years ago. This dream took place way after she passed away. I did not write the dates down. It was probably about 3 years ago when I had this dream. So I'm going to continue. I quickly ran from the abandoned house, running towards my mother, calling her name and asking her to please help me. She heard my call. She beckoned for me to come. As I got closer to her, I looked back and seen the three men in black suits approaching me again. I hurried to the location where my mother was standing. She took me by my hand and escorted me in a location inside the building. She told me to stay there. Then she walked back to the front entrance where she stood earlier. She looked down the street where I was running from the men in black suits. Then she began talking to someone quietly. She held up one of her hands and beckoned for them to come. She moved away from the entrance. I saw the 3 men in black entering the building. She told them I was inside the building, hiding on the right. I heard the Black Hawk chopper blades spinning. All 3 men started approaching me. I started screaming, saying, "No, no, please don't take me." They grasped me by my arms, one on each side and one in the back. They forced me outside as I struggled to get away. I yelled aloud, saying, "No, no, please, please don't let me go. Let me go, please." Crying and trying to break loose after I was forced outside. Right in front of me stood something about 8 foot tall, shaped in the image of a man, but was not man. The thing was standing on top of a tall concrete platform in height. He stood in authority. His legs were about 10 inches apart. His hands were positioned on the top of his hips. He had big slanted eyes. His mouth, and he had no nose. Again, he had big slanted eyes, no nose, and he had a mouth. The outside of his body had a beige, golden semi-gloss color, like the color of beryl. He was standing, waiting for me to be captured and brought before him. As men forced me closer and closer, I screamed to the top of my voice, pulling away left and right, trying to break free. Then as I looked up at his tall celestial body, he looked at us and commanded the men. This is what he commanded to the men. He said in a strong, loud voice, "Bring her to me now. It will be quick. She got a special gift." I'm going to repeat what he said to the men. He said, "Bring her to me now. It will be quick. She got a special gift." They forced me to stand right before him. They pulled out my right arm towards this thing. They extended my index finger to him. As they held my finger up to him, he took a shiny, sharp instrument and punctured a small incision. I'm going to show you. He punctured a small incision into the right side there. Right there, he punctured it into my finger. Right on the side where they call it the peroneum, the Perioychium of my finger, close to the nail bed. When he punctured that sharp instrument into my finger, all of a sudden, from my nail bed to the tip, he punctured here, and when he punctured right there, he just stuck it. The remainder of my side of this finger opened up deep like the Red Sea, and it stopped it right here. It just opened up. It opened up like a hot dog when you puncture it after you take it from out of the hot water from boiling. It just opened up. Blood was running and flowing down my hands, down my hand. I was like a mad woman trying to get away. I screamed so loud, fighting and pulling. I finally woke up from the dream, sweating with a heart pumping like I was going to have a heart attack. It was pumping so fast, and I heard the beats in my heart. I'm not sure whether this thing was trying, but I won't say trying because he did what he did. I don't know whether this thing, when he stuck that sharp instrument into me, whether he withdrew blood from me or whether he injected something into my finger. All I know is what I seen happen to my finger when he injected that sharp instrument into my finger. I don't know what this dream symbolic. The only thing I can think of is that it reminds me, it takes my mind back on a scripture in Daniel 10:1 and 10:5. And I'm just going to read that scripture to you. Not going to waste too much more of your time. I just like to follow up with the scripture with all of my dreams, because I know all the dreams what I had, they're prophetic dreams. They're just not dreams. Them type of dreams, most of the time when someone have a prophetic dreams, it leaves them with feelings that they just can't shake. Daniel 10:1, it says, in the 3rd year of Cyrus king Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel. Again, a thing was revealed unto Daniel. His body was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like the color of polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of multitudes. This is one of the things what Daniel also seen. And like I say, it's remind me of the dream, sort of what I had. The dream was very frightening. And you can look up those scriptures if you want to, and you can go and read them. The color of that thing, what I seen, his body was also like burl. And when I did sort of research about that color, I was looking for colors that are biblical, that went back in the days, the biblical days. And it brought up some jewels. It brought up some gems. And the gems was on, they was on the priest's breastplates. And it was the gem was, it was 12 gems on each breastplate. And according to those gems, each one of those gems represent a tribe of Israel. And the color of this thing's skin, what I seen, I found it exactly in that breastplate. It was exactly the same color. And when you look at that picture, what I show you, what is in this video, you're gonna see it was exactly. You can do your research on those the gems of the priest's breastplates, and you will see them. And according to the one that I had, it was on the fourth row, and it was the second one. It was the one in the middle. They got many different ones, but I made sure I found the exact color that this thing was in my dream. So that was the dream that I had about the unknown thing. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you think about it, dream, and what you may think that it may have been. I know you wasn't in the dream, but I just want to hear your thoughts on the dream. So thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. I have many other dreams that I have to share, but I try to do them once a month. Thank you. And God bless you.